O Brahman, O the omniscient. O Brahman, O the omniscient, O the omnipresent. O Brahman, O the omniscient, O the omnipresent. Lead us in your path, lead us in the path of truth, justice and wisdom. Lead us from darkness to light, lead us from untrue to true. O the Sakshi, the silent witness. Shh. You know what is a silent witness? Silent witness. Shh. Silent witness is just like the room, which has no discrimination. Silent witness. Silent witness is silent witness is just like a room which has no judgment. Silent witness is just like a room which has no judgment. Silent witness is just like a room which has no discrimination. Silent witness. Shh. Sakshi. Silent witness is just like a room which has no discrimination. Silent witness is just like a room which has no judgment. Silent witness is it has no judgment towards the sinner or the saint. Silent witness is it has no judgment towards the law or a criminal. Silent witness is it serves no judgment on the behalf of color. Silent witness is serve no judgment on the behalf of gender. Silent witness, just like the space, in the room, just like the space that it allows everyone equally. Silent witness is the Sakshi. Silent witness is all there is. Silent witness is Silent witness is all there is. Silent witness is omniscient. Silent witness is omnipresent. Silent witness Sakshis the sense of self-awareness. And I ask this sense of self-awareness, my higher self. I ask this pure consciousness to lead me in its path and give me the strength to transcend my karma so I can serve it better and I can speak the words of truth and wisdom. If I ask you to step into the past right now, please pay attention and keep your focus intact and silent the mind. Shh. If I ask you if I ask you to step in the past right now, step in the past. I'm not asking you to think about it. I am asking you to relive it. There is a distinction. There is a difference. If I ask you to step into the past itself, if you understand my question, it's a question. Is it possible for you to step into the past? Like I would elaborate a little more, then you would have a clear picture. In this moment in time, what's happening? In this moment in time, what we understand present. You see, in this moment in time, what we understand present. In this moment in time, in this present, what is happening? Are you following me? In this in this moment, in this moment in time, what you understand as present, what is happening? You are witnessing the sound of my voice, are you not? You are hearing. Witnessing does not always necessarily mean seeing something. Witnessing means also hearing. You are hearing the sound. You are hearing the sound of my voice as I am speaking. Present, in this present moment. And is present continuous, if you understand? Is present and is present continuous. Means in I am in a process of speaking. You see, I am in a process of speaking. This is what's happening in this present moment. You are hearing the sound of my voice. You are witnessing the features of my body if you are looking at me right now. Otherwise, sometimes people use my voice to meditate as well. But you are witnessing the sound of my voice. You are looking at my body and physical features. Whatever the perceptions may be present, whatever the thoughts may be present, you are perceiving through your five senses, which are all outbound. This is what's happening in present moment. Then you are witnessing the room where you are in, or the vicinity you are in, whether it's a room or it's an open area or it's a garden or wherever you are, in what vicinity. All this is happening in present moment. Now the question becomes, are you putting the question becomes, are you putting any extraordinary effort to perceiving this present moment? If you understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to make a point here. Are you are you putting any extraordinary effort right now? Are you uh, putting any extraordinary effort right now as you are perceiving the present moment? No matter how hard you look at it, the answer is going to be no. You are putting no extraordinary effort. You are putting no extraordinary effort to perceive this present moment. You are perceiving this present moment as it is. You see, you are perceiving this present moment because it's effortless. You are not putting any extraordinary effort to perceive. Just by simply being, just by simply being, you are perceiving the present moment. You see, when you go in the accord with the nature, everything seems very effortless. It seems like everything is falling together and you are not even putting any effort to live. But when you board on a thought, if you understand, mind you, I didn't say that when you create a thought. I'm saying when you board on a thought, the thought is the memory. Everything and anything what you have perceived is being stored in you. The thought is the memory. Everything and anything, anything and everything that you have perceived is being stored in you. You see, it's all the accumulation of your past, is all the accumulation of the memory. Memory is gathered by the experiences. Memory is gathered by the life experiences. Whatever you have experienced so far is your memory. Thought is, you might say, thought is the rearranging of the memory in numerous ways. The problem becomes, Thought is doing what it is supposed to do, but the problem becomes when you start living in the thought or you take your memory seriously, then you live in the past. When I started this video not long ago, a few minutes ago, I asked you if I asked you basically that um, if I ask you to step into the past, step means if I ask you to literally step into it, meaning do not, it does not refer what I am asking that you are here in the present and you are thinking about the past, because that's not stepping into the past itself. If you understand, it means that you are just reliving a memory which has been stored in you. There is a difference. It means if you say, okay, I'm stepping, you closing your eyes and you access a memory from the past, and you say, you are just, the memory is recycling itself, in other words, or you are just reliving the memory. When the memory is recycling itself, or you are reliving the memory, you are still reliving the memory in the present, isn't it? Right now, if I ask you to close your eyes and relive the memory, you close your eyes and you go in your memory and you pull one memory that you accumulated through your experience and you think about that memory, or you bring your awareness or focus voluntarily on the memory, and the memory becomes alive. It does not mean past has become alive. There is a difference. It does not mean past has become alive. You just brought your focus voluntarily to give birth the memory again. It's not that you are giving birth to the memory, it's just you are reliving the memory. When you are reliving the memory which does not exist anywhere, it does not have no existential reality, it takes the present away. You are not letting go and making room for something new, something better, and something pretty to happen. That's the whole point today of this retreat. It saddens me basically, or in other words, it saddens me basically, or in other words, it makes me sad to see humans suffering their memory, what they understand as past. Past is past. That's why it's called past. Past, something which has passed. If you even look through the literature or through the linguistics, whatever you title you want to attach to it, you realize it is called past because it has passed. You see, it has passed. It cannot be undone. But just clinging on whatever the bad experience we unfortunately accumulated, whatever the bad experience, the bad relationship, the bad breakup, the bad divorce, the bad separations, whatever, rather it was an abusive relationship, God forbid me, or verbally abusive relationship, or not very good relationship, whatever was this, if you understand, whatever was this, it has no existential significance right now. So the best thing is to let go. I'm not asking you to not learn anything from it. That's not what I'm saying. Learn from it. Grow from your mistakes. Keep the experience in mind, but do not relive it. There are two separate things. That's why it saddens me, as I said, when I see humans suffering the past. When I start this video again, I ask you to step into the past. But the answer to that, it's not possible. No matter how hard you look at it, you can relive the memory from the past. But when you are reliving itself, if you understand, when you are reliving the memory even from the past, you are doing so in present moment, isn't it? Present moment is real. Present moment what is present for everybody. That's why it's called present. If you understand, it has existential reality. Memory does not have no existential reality. It only resides in your awareness somewhere at some level, you see. It only resides on a very fundamental level. It only resides on a it only resides on a very fundamental level in your brain. Then this memory then this memory exists on numerous different levels, um, which and memory and a rearranging, recycling of the memory, the data you have gathered, we understand as thoughts, you see. And thought is mind, you see, that you wrap around you. Remember, I use the metaphor of your finger and the rubber band. If you take a rubber band and you wrap that rubber band around your finger, and that's how you wrap your mind around you all over. The rubber band is the mind, and finger is you, essentially awareness. So the point I'm trying to make by saying all this in different numerous ways, I'm trying to indicate towards one thing and one thing only, that something which is not real, which is past. Of course, you cannot step into the past. You cannot relive the past as you are perceiving it for the first time. You cannot relive the past as you are perceiving it for the first time. It's not possible. Nature does not allow that. You are just influenced by it. You bring your awareness, you bring your consciousness voluntarily over and over and over. After some period of time, you do it so many times that after some period of time, the process of doing so becomes automatic. When it becomes automatic, you don't even realize what you are doing and you think this is natural. That's how most people, excuse me, that's how most people are living on this planet. They are preoccupied. I tell my followers or the people who pay attention, I tell my followers or the people who pay attention that humans are not busy. If you understand, humans, if you take all the psychological drama, you would realize 70% they are not even busy. Humans are not busy at all. Humans are just preoccupied by the memory. What has happened? You see, you cannot step into the memory. You can relive the memory. You cannot relive the past as it is happening for the first time. It's not possible. It's not real. Something which is not real is trying to take away something which is real. If you understand, this present moment is real. The sound of my voice is real. Your focus to my voice and my body is real. Um, you witnessing the sound of my voice and my physical features is real. The sight of the room, whatever your sight allows you to see here, or the sight of your room wherever you are, or the vicinity. This everything that you are perceiving right now in this present moment is real. But this real can be taken away very easily when you pull a memory and you relive it. Whatever was that, my heart goes out to those people. You think I have not incurred a loss. You think that I didn't go through challenging relationships in my life, or you think that I didn't go through with all that. The point I'm trying to make, it happens to each one of us in different form and different features depending on our karma. You see, that's the point I'm trying to make. Depending on our karma, it happens to each one of us. Now, the technique and the real smartness is, what can I do in this moment in time to make my life better if I am not liking the very experience of my life? And that cannot be done if you just keep reliving the past, if you just keep reliving the memories, you see. Something which is not real only exists in your mind is abusing something which is real, which is the present moment. You see, you cannot feel the beauty, you cannot feel the kingdom of heaven, as Lord Christ said, or nirvana, as Lord Buddha mentioned, until unless you let go of the memory and get fully involved in the past. You see, fully involved in the past. Excuse me, fully involved in the present, not past. You see, until unless you let go of the past, let go of the past. Memories are there, you have learned your lessons. You, what the song by Bon Jovi is, you have been burnt baby, you have been burnt baby, lessons learned. You see, so just let go of the past. Do not let your past or those not very nice memories influence what you are experiencing right now. Just become fully and totally involved in this present moment. See what this present moment is trying to teach you. Remember, I tell you that we the yogis, we the meditators, when we go in a samadhi, we realize a lot of wisdom. All this wisdom that I am pouring right out of my mouth right now, I am still in a state of meditation. And I'm telling you, just because I intended to bring some clarity regarding living in the past, you see, always live and focus what this moment is telling you. When we meditators or the yogis, when we go in samadhi, in a rather more stable and deep state of meditation, we realize that life, which has no barrier, you see, have you heard the term barrier? Life, basically, which has no barriers, it's an energy, the manifestation of, it's given birth by what you essentially are. Life is not, in this moment in time, I would just say that life, I don't want you to get confused. I want to keep it as precise. I want to keep it as focused as humanly possible. I don't want you to get confused. Anyway, so life has no barriers. Life is an energy. But when we accumulate, but life is just like the cylinder, you see. Imagine a cylinder, um, or imagine a cylinder, a vacuum in which a certain amount of energy is barricaded, or it's it is contained now inside. So our accumulation, our body, and all our suksham sharir, which is our ethereal body, our suksham sharir is the Sanskrit. Ethereal body or suksham sharir has picked up only a small part of just energy. It has no barriers in its true form, but it, since it's everywhere and it is reacting to an action, it is reacting to a cause, it is reacting in such a way that in different spots, basically, rather. And sometimes it's so difficult um, to explain what we only can experience, or the wisdom sometime. But we do it. I mean, we the meditators, we the yogis. So imagine the points, basically. Now, these points are given certain vacuum, you see, because right now we are in physicality. Tomorrow we wouldn't be. So we would be everywhere. But right now we are in physicality. And in physicality, there is, like when you contain energy in a vacuum, in a cylinder, now it is contained in the cylinder. The barrier, the very border of the cylinder, the very border of this vacuum is what we understand our life, my life, and your life. Life itself is happening without any borders or barriers, but it's contained in a cylinder or vacuum. So cylinder number one is me, cylinder number two is you, is the same energy. If you take the vacuum, the border, or the cylinder away, it's everywhere. Now you understand what I'm saying. So when it is contained in a border, when it is contained in the Suksham Shari, where the chakras and all that are, well, of course, we don't want to be too bend or deviate from our main topic. It has limited room, and nothing, and in order to in order for something in order in order for something good, or something which was written in through your karma, maybe it was good experience, but if you are not letting go of the past, what has happened, if you are reliving the memory of it, you are not letting the room clear for something new. If you understand, you are not letting, if you are not letting it go, something which is something better, something good for you is waiting just right around the corner for you to let go of the memory, and then it can manifest because it is good for you, it is better. But if we all of us, if we just keep clinging on the memory, if we just keep reliving in our awareness over and over, if we just keep it, if we are just keeping it alive over and over through our focus, then the beauty of the present moment is slipping underneath, and we are not letting the memory go. I always tell you, learn through your experience, learn through your mistakes. That's why it happened. But grow out of it. You see, grow. The very nature of your life is basically change. You see, if you understand what I'm saying, the very nature of life, not your life or my life, life is life. The very nature of life is growing. You see, the very nature of life is to expand. The very nature of life is the change. So do not be scared of the change. Let the memory go. Even if it was a good memory, God forbid me if somebody, God forbid me if somebody, God forbid me if somebody unfortunately incurred a loss of a loved one. It happens to each one of us. And it's a sad situation. And yes, it is very sad. There are no words to compensate the loss, you see. Nor we are here, or I am here to challenge their emotions and feelings. If somebody went through a chaotic, or rather not very good relationship, yes, there was some damage, but the time to recover from the damage, the time to recover from the loss is now. Because if we just keep saying it's not enough time, it's not enough time, then I ask you when it would be enough time. If we just keep clinging on, it's not enough time, it's not enough time. Who is deciding it's not enough time? It just depends that how you are looking at life, isn't it? There is no enough or not enough time. There is no standard, basically, if you understand. There is no enough or not enough time. There is no a standard. There is no there is no way to gauge really then when it is good enough time to recover from the trauma. You see, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. As I said, I'm not here to challenge or your feelings or emotions about a certain incident, about a certain relationship, about a certain loss. No, that's not my job. I do not do that. It's not, as a matter of fact, it's not even in me. even if I try to do these petty things. It's not in me. My job is just to show you, look, there is another way. You can be happy. Something which has happened, sadly, God forbid me, in our lives in the past, if we just keep reliving it, then the present is slipping underneath us. I have made it as clear. I have made it as clear as humanly possible. I don't think that there is something that I could even say more. You see, I have made it so clear. It was very significant for me because I see humans suffering the loss of a loved one, which has happened in the past. I see humans suffering some bad relationship and they are not happy, and it saddens us. Us means the yogis and the meditators, if you see. And then we go ahead and we do something about your sadness. We say, no, we cannot see that. That's why I am here. I am here to show you that, look, there is another way. I survived it, so can you. I am happy. I am rather fulfilled. There is a difference between being happy or fulfilled. Fulfilled is contented totally with the present moment. You see, you can get there too. Do not judge people based on the experience what you have incurred in the past. That's another wisdom. That's another significant, excuse me, that's another significant point in wisdom, if you understand. Shh, shh, quiet the mind. That's another significant point in a wisdom, if you see. Do not judge people in the present based on the experiences you have incurred in the past. Every single human being is different. Even the people belong to a same race, whether it's a Mongoloid race, it's a Negroid race, or it's a Caucasoid race. You see, if you look at anything through an articulate manner, you see, whatever the race is, these are the three major races um, on the planet Earth, whether it is a brown person, whether it is a black person, whether it is a white person. Every race, even in the race, we have people who are in the same race, different people are entirely different beings. That's why it is foolish. First of all, racism itself is very foolish. And number two, that's why it is foolish to discriminate on the behalf of the color. That's why it is foolish to discriminate and make distinctions on the and segregate and create differences among humans. It's foolish. It's not realistic. It's not in nature, for one. Nature does not recognize your skin color. You understand? Nature only recognizes that how much you basically are in accord with it, if you understand. So even in the same race, different people are entirely different beings, if you understand. Just like that, you cannot judge the person you are dealing in present, the person you are having a relationship of any kind in the present. You cannot judge that person based on what has happened in the past. Now pay attention and pay focus, because this can be misunderstood easily. I'm not asking you not to learn and grow from your experience. I'm not asking you to put your guards down. I'm not asking you to do any of that. I am asking you, keep your guards up. You have learned through your experience. Now it has become the part of you. Learn to trust yourself. If the person you are dealing in the present moment right now, you understand, does something which slightly indicates any type of threat, emotional threat, or any type of threat, you would automatically would become alert. So do not remain tense all the time. Do not remain suspicious all the time. Learn to trust yourself and see if others are earning your trust. You see, it's not fair. Just, oh, I'll give you an example. For example, a person of a particular race, regardless of the race, that's not the point. Just pay attention and pay focus what I'm telling you. A person of a particular race got really abusive and got really mad at me. Just pay attention to my words. A person of a particular race got really angry, upset, and abusive towards me, you see, of some race. Is it fair for me to judge everybody based on their experience? Everybody who belongs to the same race, is it fair for me to judge each one of those humans based on the bad experience I had with somebody who happened to be also in the same race? Is it fair to me? Excuse me. Yes, it is fair. Is it fair to me, and is it fair to the entire situation, and is it fair to all the people who belong to that particular race coming across to me? Is it fair for me to judge them on the base of one bad experience? Are you really seeing my point here? It is not fair. You are stuck then. You cannot know the truth. You cannot see the beauty of the being. You see, in order to perceive the beauty of the being, you have to treat every single human in the way they are conducting the very process of your life. And when I'm saying human, it means I'm not talking about your skin color. That's on the top of my list, by the way, skin color. People have created so many differences, so many distinctions among humans on the basis of something which is abstract, the color, you see. Abstract, it does not exist anywhere. It does not exist in nature. Nature has no recognition. So it's not fair. I'm not doing justice, excuse me, I'm not doing justice to myself. I'm not doing justice to my fellow humans if I judge everyone through one bad experience. We have to learn to deal with humans. We must learn now to deal with humans as the separate individual human, as the person is conducting the process of their life, you see, and how the person is coming across beyond the barriers of gender, beyond the barriers of color, beyond the barriers of race, beyond the barriers of their um, background, wherever they are coming from, beyond the barriers, how they are talking, and all that. You see, then we can grow, then we can see the beauty, then we can see the truth as it is happening. So I hope that I brought some clarity why it is not good for you to live the memories from the past. You heard the bell, by the way. So the time for a private meditation session, the time for a private meditation session is is now getting very close, you see. So just ponder on what I said. Rewatch this video if you misunderstood something. Rewatch this video if you misunderstood something. If you misunderstood something, you can always ask and I can clarify. I would rather clarify it 100 times and bring clarity in your awareness and in your perception than to leave you confused. I am here to bring clarity in your awareness. Excuse me. And in your perception. So you can ask as many times as you want. Rewatch this video, ponder on what I said. Do not let the beauty, do not let the beauty of present slip in underneath you while you relive a memory. Whatever has happened, you cannot change it. You see, whatever has happened, it has passed. That's why it is called past. Whatever has happened, it has passed. It's gone. That's why it's called past. It has no effect on you now. Do not let that memory affect your present. Um, Look at everybody with an open mind, without any opinions already in your awareness, without any pre opinions. Look at everybody. Give everybody a chance. Be Do not put your guards down. That's not what I'm saying. But you have learned through your experience. Now it has become the part of you. If a situation arises, your guards would automatically tell you that there's something wrong. This need to be attended. You understand? But do not be so uptight about things. Have faith in yourself. You see, have faith in the present moment and appreciate the beauty of the present moment. In other words, and in easy words, humans, I am telling you to heal from the trauma. In other and easy words, human, I am telling you to heal from the past. There is no good enough time. I understand. I do not challenge anybody's sentiments, their feelings, or their emotions. That's not my job. It's not even in me. I'm just telling you that you may recover, you can heal, because I have found a way and this way works for me, and I'm giving you the same present. You see, that's all I'm doing. The time to make the change is now. The time, the time to make the change is now. It's always now. Now is all we have, if you understand. It's always now. Now is all we have. We cannot get out of this now. It's always now. Now is something which we can never get out of, with or without the body. Trust me. With or without the body. Now would remain intact. All right. Now, having given you clarity, having said that, uh, giving you the clarity in your perception, giving bringing clarity in you, and giving you the right tools of truth and wisdom. Let's do some practical. Let's meditate for some time before I take. Om.